Hey, Coop here. Welcome to 90-Second Recap, where I share a quick sports history lesson based on today's cap. It's May 2nd, and I'm wearing a New Era 5950 entitled Sapshot, purchased from Canada's The Capologists. Today we could talk about a franchise and lament that they've skated like they've been soaking their blades in maple syrup for the last 57 years. Or we can commemorate the fact that on this date in 1967, the Toronto Maple Leafs finished an improbable season, knocking off the Montreal Canadiens 3-1 in Game 6 to lift Lord Stanley's Cup. When you look at that Leafs roster, it's easy to see them as NHL champs, given that they had 10 future Hall of Famers. Names like Dave Keon, Frank Mahovlich, and the sadly mortal Tim Horton. That said, this was the final year of the pre-expansion era Original Six, so they were up against a Canadian squad fronted by legends like Jean Beliveau, Rocket Richard, and Yvan Cournoyer. In fact, the Leafs were such underdogs that the city of Montreal had already planned how they were going to defeat the Habs' third consecutive cup. But these Leafs were not to be denied, playing for themselves and one another, although decidedly not for their coach, Hall of Famer Punch Imlach, whose verbally and physically abusive bad cop approach had poisoned the locker room. In fact, if Imlach hadn't missed 10 games while hospitalized for exhaustion, it's likely we'd be looking back at the 63-64 Leafs as the most recent to raise the cup. Joseph Woll is the first goalie in NHL history to notch his first 3 postseason wins in elimination games. Can he stand on his head Saturday night in Boston and make it 4?